So it seems like my mom, Damagosh is not there anymore. He was here. And Balaram is also not there. Balaram's not coming. He's not coming. No, that's why he was talking to us. Like, you got to do everything. So, also, we were not on to.
You control this.
Hare Krishna. Who is Yash Prabhu? Is Yash Damagosh?
That's where you show that.
Shodanandana Prabhu.
I assume so.
Okay, so we ask him to unmute. I think maybe Damagosh is, perhaps Damagosh is with Yashodanandana Prabhu. I don't know. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
You can do it, huh? You know him?
Well,
Am I right? No.
little,
That's it.
little. I mean, maybe he remembers, but we spoke on an email once.
I met Damagosh would be in Washington State. And that's,
Nice.
yeah. When I first started practicing Krishna consciousness.
I know, even now, I would go, not feel there, like.
Oh,
get
yeah.
time to check. If I would do it, then I'm, if I would go, at 9 o'clock, no rest, then it would be good. Always saying that, but never had. Yeah. And then again, I got there, and then tomorrow is really. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So
So,
Hare Krishna Prabhus. So ISKCON Inc. I'm guessing ISKCON Inc. is Gauranga Sundar Prabhu. Is that true?
Hare Bol. Can you hear us?
Where are you? I can't see anyone.
Yeah.
Mama, the camera, make the camera higher, Gregory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our camera is not turned on.
Ja, luister naar onze staat. Dat is een ziekvriend. Dit is nog een linkje.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Bol Prabhu, how are you?
One moment, we cannot hear you properly.
Is alles gestartet?
Cannot hear? It's not
No,
audible.
just wait 1 minute for the speaker to power. Should be okay now. Try now.
Yeah, Hare Bol. Can you hear now?
Yeah. Oh, Hare Bol.
Okay, Hare Bol. So how is the festival going on, Prabhu?
Good, nice.
Nice, yes. Very nice. So today's topic is internet preaching. A very important topic. No.
I can't hear you. You moderate.
Purajit Prabhu is there or he's still there?
Let's wait to know some.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm here. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Jai.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Hare Bol. How are you, Prabhu?
Good, very good. It's wonderful here. Nice Krishna Katha with Mathura and the others. Wonderful.
Jai. And I'm seeing your amazing preaching that you are doing through Bliss. It's like very, encouraging that such preaching is happening. And
Thank
Mathura
you.
Prabhu is he's Germany's, lone warrior, Mathurapati Prabhu. He's just preaching there so nicely. And
German will say.
I see his animated preaching also. He's like so enthusiastic to preach. It's amazing to see, Prabhu. So Prabhu, so the reason why I took the topic internet preaching, other than any other topic, is because I have seen that we are not much focusing on the internet. The internet is a very big medium, and I will show you by all the stats and everything how within the last 2 years, what kind of internet preaching I've been doing. I'll show you with stats, and every one of us can do the amount of time, we give, offline preaching. If we put that much time only in internet preaching, the result will be massive result, because if you see, the kind of people Prabhupada said in Gita, Krishna says, inquisitive and distress. These two type of people, and they are plenty on the internet. Because the generation Z, which we call, that means who have taken birth after 97, who are under 30. So to get these people offline is very difficult nowadays.
If there's something, then
I don't want to be the moderator.
No.
The
Yeah.
mic is on, by the way.
So, but these people are available online. The generation Z people, they are available online, and then plenty, the youth, which we, and what are they looking for? There are some stats, Subal Prabhu, can you put the stats? No, can you share the screen, Prabhu? I want to, this ISKCON store, you can share some. ISKCON store. Can you make ISKCON store the co-host or something like that? You can share the screen. Can you share the screen, Prabhu? Are you both not able to? Need to share the screen, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have not got the access.
Yeah, I need to, can you give Hare Krishna store the sharing option?
Three dots again.
Now you can
it's
share?
possible. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I'll show you some stats which will, which will help us to understand why, the internet preaching is so powerful. Yeah, so you can go down. Somewhat. Go down. Second one. Yeah. Go down. Yeah, go. Yeah, see, this is the condition of today's youth. 48% youth are depressed. 33% youth are into intoxication. And 8.9% youth commit suicide or attempt to commit suicide. So this is the kind of situation the youth of today is in. And we have the solutions to these problems. Now we have the solution. We can offer so many solutions. Now you can go next now. Yeah. So these are the stats of, some of the countries where the suicide rate is the highest. Ghana, 40%, 40.3, in every 1 lakh, 10,000, people, they commit suicide. In South Korea, in Lithuania, in Suriname, in Russia, so much, youth are in distress. Yeah, you can go down more. So how to tackle this youth? So these are some of the platforms which every devotee can use. Any devotee can use these platforms. It's like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, we all are there. So how are we doing it? On our Twitter page, we have around 2 lakh followers. Around 2 lakh followers on the Twitter page. And on Facebook, we have around 60,000 followers. On Instagram, we have around 4 lakh, over 4 lakh, 423,000 followers. So this is a kind of, youth that are available on these platforms. We have to make perfect material for them and we have to target them. The problem with, youth preaching on internet is the attention span time of the generation Z is just 3 minutes. So in this 3 minutes, you have to, cater to, you have to impress them. So, where most of the people, most of the preachers of ISKCON, they are failing is, it's like a monologue they are trying to have, where they go on speaking for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, and there is no interaction. So the best way to attract youth is to have a small conversation, with them, and to make stories. There has to be many stories in your lectures which you give, and it should be on the point, which gives the solution to the youth, because today youth has no time. Normally we think that, we take the same approach that we use in the temples and the centers, where we think that we speak for 1 hour, 2 hour, and the people will hear, but you have to understand that the mentality of this youth, on the internet, he has so many things to go to, right? He's on the mobile. So if it's not attractive for him, he may listen for 5-10 minutes, not attractive, he'll go to some other place. So you have to make it interactive. You have to have a lot of conversation with the youth, and you have to provide solution to the youth, instant solution. And the solution should be, like the problems which we told, like stress, depression, anxiety, and all these problems. So a person who is able to do this efficiently, he'll become successful on the, and you can see that with our, ISKCON Inc. pages. So ISKCON pages. On Instagram, we have 4,23,000 followers. On Twitter, we have 219,000 followers. 60,000 followers on Facebook. You can just go down more. Yeah, these are some of the other platforms like TikTok. TikTok is very famous. It has small video. So we all, see that TikTok is not available in India right now. So we are using these platforms, and these platforms can be used to preach to the youth, because youth are there on these platforms. So you can see on the Moj, we have around 2,000 followers, 2,000, yeah, 200,000 followers we have. On Chingari, we have around 600,000 followers. On Josh, we have 1 million followers. 1 million followers, on Josh. On the Trail platform, we have around, 1 lakh followers. And these are, Instagram channels. We have a lot of, and this is just the channel thread which started by Instagram. In last 1 month, we are able to gain for nearly 40,000 followers on this. So these are the places where the youth is. We'll have any preacher, if he wants to have a nice, successful preaching, then he will have to, cater to all these, all these platforms he will have to go to. Then only he can attract, the crowd. Yes, you can go down. Somewhere. Yeah, next. Yeah, and see, these are the, some of our views. So if you'll be astounded to see the 4 million views on Srila Prabhupada's lecture, on our platform. We have 4 million views. Then there's this, these different lectures are there. 2.9 million views, 2.9 million views, 2.9 million views. These are the kind of views which is there on these platforms. If you have a nice, video, very nicely video made, and if you use the correct hashtags, and how to, which audience to reach, then these are the kind of views that is waiting for you. Then, we have this around 2 million views. 2 million views, around 1.5 million reach we have on our Instagram page every month. This is last 30 days, 2 million reach on our Instagram. And out of which 1.2 million are non-followers. That means we are reaching those handles who are yet not our followers, new people, new youth, and they become our followers later. So yeah, you can go down more. Yeah, you can see our Instagram pages likes. Normally I see, all the Prabhupadanuga pages, even the ISKCON pages, they have 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300 likes. You can see here 1,76,000 likes. These are our top posts, and the reach, and 1,50,000 likes, 1,22,000 likes, like this kind of likes we have. So this is the kind of massive reach, which we have through our pages, and these are the kind of preaching which we are doing. Then this, this is our Twitter. Around 2 million followers on Twitter, 2 million reach we had last 28 days. And we have around 2 lakh followers on Twitter. And then we did this, Facebook kids camp. We did this kids camp, and in this kids camp, you can see the impressions. Over 256,000 impressions are there on our Vedic. And after this, and all these people, all these children attended the program. And after this, what happened is many of them approached us to have something for the youth. So, Samar, can you just take this off and share our, magazine, kids magazine? Purji Prabhu, this will be very nice for you. You started your magazine, so you can start a magazine for kids also, very attractive, and we'll show you. We are making these things. Our volunteers are working and making all these things, Yeah, Samar, you can just show our Golok Times Kids comic. Every month we remove this, and this is last month's, and all these designs and the whole figure, everything is made by our in-house devotees. Yeah, you can flip. It's a flip magazine, See, these are for kids, the parents, they contacted us and they said, oh, please bring something for our kids who attended, So we started this kids magazine, where we have small stories from Krishna book and Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsimhadev, like small stories that attract the kid, and everything, this drawing, everything is done by our devotees. This Krishna's appearance, we had this where Mahamaya, when Vasudev brings back, and Kans wants to kill. So Mahamaya goes and says, you're the killer, the person who's going to kill you is already born. Yeah, you can go ahead. So this is how we have this, we are attracting youth and kids through this. Yeah. This is like a flip, you can see the noise also. It's like you're reading a newspaper on your laptop. This is Jagannath story, Jagannath pastime. Yeah. So this is our, to attract the kids, and also we to attract the youth, because many people, they come and then they won't take back something. So we have a magazine for them also. Like, you also have, we started this magazine 6 months back, the Golok Times. You can put somewhere. This is for the, elder people. Yeah, this magazine. The Golok Times. You can flip. Yeah. So these are, I also write, I invite all the devotees, if they want to write, they want to send articles, they can send, we can publish. Right now we have got 1,000 subscribers for our kids and this magazine. Very good quality. Then people have their questions, we, post their answers here. And this is like, different things. This was released on 13th July on the incorporation day of ISKCON, so we have more. Then we have devotees writing articles on this. We have flip. Then we have recipes in this. So these are the kind of things that attract the youth. So if you have all these things, it's a recipe for, success. Yeah. We have Vaishnav songs and everything. Yeah. You can go back to our PPT. So we have got 1,000 subscribers now for both these magazines, the kids and the, this Golok Times. Yeah. I can go to the next. So this is for, yeah. Yeah. So now the kind, I have like, I don't see Prabhupadanugas, even ISKCON people use Instagram very nicely. We have a lot of Instagram. I gave a lecture on Instagram. On 6th July, 13,000 people attended that program live. 13,000. And at the peak, 1,200 people were there live at the peak. On peak time, this Prabhupadanuga festival, it should have gone to millions of people, could have gone to live, so had we used the tools, that is available to us, very efficiently. So we had this Q&A session where 13,000 people attended, and then we have this broadcast, on Instagram. We just started it 15 days back, this broadcast, and we already have 16,000 followers on this broadcast. 16,000 followers, where we broadcast, and you can see, we asked this question, did you chant Hare Krishna today? And so many people are followers, then will chant, no. So now no people, I know who are they. So I can contact them and inspire them to send them something nice, so that they can start chanting. And this is how you can do preaching, or next year you can go.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It's very nice. Everything very nice. I'm interested to hear the class. By the way, Hare Krishna, my obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, Prabhu.
It's I'm interested to hear the classes that you did on Instagram. Are they available on YouTube? Do you?
Yes. Our classes, everything is available. I can send you the link. Everything is available.
Is it available on YouTube?
Because I just showed you Instagram. You can go back. Someone you can go back to the number of likes and on Instagram. That I'll show you, Prabhu. The kind of reach Instagram, every post and everything we have. Just go back to that. 1 lakh likes and all. Yeah, see here. 1,70,000 likes.
Very good.
On our Instagram post. 1,52,000. 152,000 likes. 122,000 likes. So these are this is the kind of the reach, and I'm the kind of stuff with Purujit Prabhu and you group, you all say, so I'm telling you all, you should come to Instagram and use Instagram as a tool, and your reach will go just massive on Instagram. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, we have our own app also. We have our own app where we just started our app some few months back, and we already have 10,000 followers on our app right now, 10,000 students, and this app which we have, it is on the Play Store top third. We got the certificate for the top third app, the kind of education. Here are the certificates. So BE Tech Entrepreneur App Award, for we got. Then the Student Choice Award, ISKCON Edu App, we got. And then the student, this is also Student Choice, and one more award, three kind of award we got for this. And this is given by, India, this app is handled by Saurav Ganguly, the top cricketer in India, and also, one of the top lawyers, he has, they made this app, and this app this Mukul Rastogi and Saurav Ganguly. So, we got this award where the students have voted for us as being one of the top 3 apps on Play Store. These are kind of, benefit they are getting out of it. Yeah, next. Now we are coming with this website, ISKCON Edu website. This website is going to be all in one website. How we are making this website is, it's like, every devotee can come on it. It doesn't have to be, ISKCON. Only any devotee will give you the password and the code, and you can log in and you can get your students here, and interact with your students, and you can have your, videos, everything that will be specific to you only. And like that, all the ISKCON people can come on this one app which we are making, or Prabhupadanuga will start, to have them on this app. And they'll have many features, they can advertise about their products. They can, give classes here, live classes. They can post here. They will have their own groups where they can have their own, personal groups where they can have their own devotees and interact with their devotees, chat with their devotees, discuss with their devotees, various kind of groups you can have on this platform. So we are just coming in next 1 month, this app will be there. So all our audience, which we are getting 2 million, reach on Instagram, 2 million reach on Twitter, 2 million reach on Facebook, and all other things, all that audience will get on this app now. And here we'll, preach them more efficiently and make devotees. Now I'll tell you how many devotees I've made in the last, just 2 years. You'll be amazed. Yeah, next. Just on online preaching. Yeah, next. Yeah, this already we have told. Yeah, we are selling, we have our e-commerce store, which we are selling Prabhupada's original books. Yeah, next. around more than 10,000 books have been sold. Then we have all these, which attract the youth, which youth is attracted, so we have all these things on our e-commerce website. Next. Okay, before BIS, you don't have that, Samar, you can say, show, our coordinators and everything that have. Yeah, so this is our team. In the last 2 years, we have reached to thousands and thousands of people, out of which there are 36 coordinators. Who are coordinators? Coordinators are those who are chanting 16 rounds, following all the regular principles, getting up early in the morning, plus 36 male, like we have male coordinator, we have female coordinator, we have Varnashram project. So male are those who are future temple presidents who can open a center. So in the next, these are all, last internet preaching, Instagram preaching I've done. So we have 102 female coordinators and 36 male coordinators. So around 150 coordinators who in the next 6 to 1 year, which we are thinking will open their own namhatas, their centers in their locality and start their preaching. So you can imagine in like next 1 year, we'll have in India around 100 namhatas and centers, because I started late. Actually, I started during the COVID time. Before that, I was preaching offline only, but during the COVID, everyone came online. So that time I started. So this last 2 years, we have made so much progress that all these people, they came to me, all new people, they are not ISKCON devotees. They came to me with zero rhyme, zero chanting. And now from 0 to 16, they've come up in 2 years. Then we are coming up with this Varnashram project. We have made online devotees only if they have all come with this Varnashram project. So I'd like to show you about that also. Like, you saw, the Nimai making it, and now, we are also doing the same thing in India. So Samad, you can start the Varnashram project. Yeah. You can go to the first. Yeah. So our project, we are going to approach the government because it's a very big project. So by devotees, it cannot be done. So we have called this project Gaya. Gaya means cow. So we have called this project Gaya. Gaya means Gopal's Ayurvedic initiative for yields, agriculture, farm and in India. Now next you can go. What are we going to do? Cows, conserving cow, an organic way of society. So we are going to promote cow conservation, cow protection and organic. Next. Yeah, you can go next. Yeah. So these are the, which we are using this PPT. You can go next, all these things, yeah. So goals of the organization, cow protection, spiritual, sustainable, ethical cow protection, honoring Vedic soil conservation, then harvesting rainwater and empowering farmers. This is a very important thing. What are we are telling the government that give us the land. We already, searching for the land, and very soon we'll be having the land. We are in talks with many people. So what we are saying the government is, we have this project and we empower the farmers, train them into organic farming, teach them cow protection, cow conservation, ethical cow milking. We'll teach them, we'll get the technology like in the US at Gopal farm, we're already using the technology. We use that technology in India also, and we'll train all these farmers around and also train them into Krishna consciousness and make them reliable. So, and yeah, you can go down. Yeah, Samar. No, just, yeah. This is one more thing, just, yeah, free Vedic education for everyone. So the people living around the farm, many, because 100 acres is long, so there are many villages around. So for the villagers, the kids, we are having Gurukul, for the kids where we are going to give them free education. So thousands of youth come, they learn to chant, they learn to dance, they learn to offer prashadam, they learn to eat prashadam, they interact with the devotees, get sadhu sangha, and future they become devotees. It's a massive, project which we are undertaking in India. Then, empowering artisans, local artisans. This is very important. because there are many people are there. So Prabhupada said Varnashram means what? Where you have to empower the people around and engage them into Krishna consciousness. The Vaishyas, the Vaishyas are into crop protection and business. So how to get them into our field? So for them, we have the e-commerce website, which I told you. On that website, we will be selling all the products which we are getting from these artisans. Some of the products I'd like to show you. You can show some of that kind that are what we are procuring right now. We are DT dresses. That also I'll show you, and some of the products which we are making. This is Maithili art from Bihar. From the farmers in Bihar, and we are also giving them Krishna consciousness with this. We'll give them. So yeah. For Mataji's, these are the purses, which the artisans they draw, and we promote them on our, these are the kurtas, Yeah, have more, yeah. See, this is the kind of design, where these people, they make it and we procure it, obviously, because we are, and we also give them Krishna consciousness because we are giving them making them earn money. So they don't mind, chanting and leading a way of life that is a sattvic way of life and a Vedic way of life. These are kurtas which we are promoting, and these are saris for Mataji's, all hand painted in silk, all local artisans, which they make. So we are doing this in very big scale. In the future, we are going to do this. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can go back. And one more thing, Radha Ashmi, we are starting. We are starting online prashadam. How it's going to work, online prashadam? Online, like Govinda restaurant, we are doing it online now. So we have few places like Lucknow, Delhi and Mumbai will start, where we have our local Matajis. They will cook prashadam, and there are many devotees who don't get prashadam. They get onion garlic food outside or karmi food. So we'll take orders from our e-commerce website online, and we'll fulfill their prashadam locally. So that also we are very soon going to start. Yeah. So this is how we are going to work on this Varnashram and empower everyone. Yeah. So here are the local jewelries and design DT dresses, which we are getting made by local artisans and empowering them. Yeah, you can have a look. Beautiful. So many festival comes. So these people, they make dresses, and we take the dresses, and we are getting a lot of orders. Every day we are getting around 10 DT dresses order online. 10 DT dresses. So these are all kinds of DT dresses, where very famous. And people are, and not only in India, people from Canada, Hawaii, US, all are giving us orders. Yeah, you can go, and you can also show pagadis and all those things. This is all part of our full internet preaching, where everything we are catering to all the needs, spiritual needs also, kids needs also, and people who want to further buy things and for have Krishna conscious life, their needs also. All these pagadis and everything are there for DTs, and very cheap. They're very cheap. Yeah, you can go back to the PPT. Yeah. Down. So these are the goals, of our Varnashram: cow protection, soil conservation, because soil, Mother Earth, the kind of pesticides and chemicals they are using and killing Mother Earth. So the Varnashram project means you have to revive the soil. So for that soil conservation by modern technology, we are going to do only organic and Ayurvedic, adding with it, Ayurvedic, what do you say, substances, in that, and conserve the oil and revive the oil, rejuvenate the oil, rejuvenate the soil, sorry. Then rainwater harvesting, a lot of rainwater is wasted. They don't collect the rainwater, they don't use it. So that is, and that increases the water table also. So that we are working on. Then free Vedic education for all kids in the area. Yeah. Then Varnashram College. Even Nimai also said last time he's also working on that, and we also. So Varnashram College will be like, all these artisans and skills which I told. So we teach them in our college, Varnashram College, like, which we can, there are 64 arts or skills you can learn in our Shastra. So as many as possible, we'll try to incorporate in it, and it will be open for everyone to join it and get admission into it. Yeah, next. Yeah, so this is all about agriculture and everything. You can just go fast. Yeah, how are how the soil quality is leaking and everything. So all these things we have made this PPT, which we are going to present to the UP Chief Minister also very soon. And try to this whole, how A2 milk is better, how organic is better. Made this whole PPT for if any devotee wants to get help, make it, take it from us or understand it, we can send it to you, and you can use it. So right now, what we are seeing is, we have this massive opportunity of preaching, and we have around 150 coordinators and around 500 volunteers in our this, where and as we have our website ready, I'm sure we are going to have thousands of volunteers. So all of you who are watching this, it is not that you have to come to under ISKCON. No, you can take, you can have your own platform, preach, because the reach is very massive. So I can't preach to everyone because I am, I have my own, shortcomings and everything. I can't preach. So I invite all of you who are there to just come on the platform and join and start preaching to all these people, because I am not preaching to the Westerner right now. And there are around, 10% Americans and Europeans who visit our Instagram, 12% Americans and Europeans who visit our Twitter, around 15% Americans and Europeans who visit our other platforms. So that is massive, opportunity to preach to Westerners. There are Germans also, there are, from UK also, so much, which I'm not doing able to. I'm just focusing on the Indian people right now. So it's a massive opportunity for everyone who really wants to, give, who wants to, because internet is minimum input and maximum output. You have to give lectures. You should know how to give, short lectures and everything. And then you'll have massive people coming to you and getting into Krishna consciousness. I just showed you all the kind of reach we have. So we can cater to so many people. And, very fast, we can even go further than the current ISKCON, GBC ISKCON, because GBC ISKCON has how much, they don't have even 1 million people all over the world. And our reach, our handle reach is nearly around 5 to 10 million reach, which we have. So if we can make devotees out of that very, very soon, in 5 to 10 years, we can even go far, come and, you can take part, and we are also doing one more thing, because Prabhupada said is very, very dear to Prabhupada is his scientific preaching. So I have 3 scientists working under me. They are my students. And one of the scientists is here. So, we can go to BIBS. Yeah, we have this Bhaktivedanta Institute of Vedic Science, and we have 3 scientists working under. So right now we have Chitra Devi Dasi. She is PhD in biochemistry and biological science, from MCMR and NIMRC, Institute of Dwarka, and she was just last month, some 15 to 20 days back in the US to attend a conference of scientists where she was addressing the scientists there. So she will tell you this about her, how she, we are catering, we are even reaching to the scientific world, and right now we are doing some research, so I'll just invite Cherish Chitra Devi just to briefly tell people like about what are we doing. You're there, Chitra Devi Dasi? Yeah. So you can tell, what are we doing?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, everyone. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. So, Srila Prabhupada always stressed that we should and we need to convince the scientific community So make them come into Krishna consciousness. So the aim of this branch BIVS is to convince people that Krishna consciousness is a scientific movement and we're not like blindly following some religion. So in order to do that, we need to bring them proof or evidence that our teachings are backed up by science and philosophy. So here we have different projects that are almost completed or some are still ongoing. So first we have research articles. So in research articles, basically we have performed some kind of investigation and we have reached upon some result. So here we have 3 studies. First is the evaluation of the effects of sattvic diet, which is food in the mode of goodness, in comparison with other diets. So in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, also Krishna has mentioned that in detail that what should be eaten and what should be avoided. So following upon that, we try to prove scientifically how this is affecting people in general. So we have taken different aspects, how different diets can have different effects. In microbiology also, or in medical science, also agrees that you are what you eat. So in fact, there is also a theory that microbial flora in the gut affects the mood swings, person's behavior, up to even taking certain decisions, important decisions. So it is basically proven already by science that you are what you eat. So we just need to give them the information that how sattvic diet can make a person lead a better or a healthy life. Then maybe people will be interested that, yeah, maybe Krishna consciousness is based on logic. It's not just some blind faith. So yeah, first one is the manuscript in preparation. So we have almost completed all the work. We're just trying to write the article. And the second one is assessment of sleeping patterns and other effects in caffeine consumers and non-caffeine consumers. So here, basically, as you already might be aware that caffeine is a stimulant for the central nervous system. It blocks the body's key sleep inducing molecules, which is adenosine. So basically it binds to the receptor where this adenosine should bind, and it blocks any further reaction. So which otherwise would have resulted in sleep. So it works on binding with the receptors, and the body also makes more of these receptors to catch up with it. So this race continues, and as a result, you need to increase the dosage in order to stay awake. And in plants also, sometimes it is found that high doses is used as a defense mechanism in plants. So insects die if they eat the leaf which has this high dosage of caffeine. So similarly, high doses in humans can also be toxic and can lead to many disorders. So we as devotees do not consume caffeine, and we want to show the benefits of that through this study. So we take sleeping patterns, how sleep quality is reduced if you consume caffeine, I mean. So these all different aspects we take, and we're trying to prove that we should not take intoxicants such as caffeine. And yeah, the third one is effects of chanting on devotees as compared to non-devotees. So basically, this is an ongoing study, and we're trying, because there are already many studies that have been published on the effects of chanting. So we're trying to see what we can do, which already hasn't been done. Like we're trying to see the effects on different age groups, and whether there are also reports that some diseases also get cured just by chanting. So we're trying to explore that part. And the next one are the review articles. So review articles are basically, we're trying to brainstorm. Sometimes we just have some discussion and we try to brainstorm how Vedic cosmology and modern cosmology can have similarities or differences. Like we have many questions from modern science, which the modern science are unable to answer, but the Vedic science offers the answers, because like dark matter is there, dark energy is there. So modern science is like blank on what is there. But like in Prabhupada books also and other books also, we find there are many things that you can compare with modern science and Vedic science. So we try to brainstorm these ideas, and we try to come up with some theories how we as devotees, as Vedic scientists, we can answer some questions which modern science cannot. And the second one is Ayurveda and modern science. So Ayurveda is a part of Vedic science. It's part of Vedas, and it is accepted. The good part is that it is accepted in the Western world as a as part of a medicinal, science. So this is a good thing because we can try to, because there are already many studies which say that there are many diseases which cannot be cured by the allopathic and other medicines, but they are cured by or treated by the Ayurvedic medicines. And it is a part of Vedas. So it is like an attractive point to the Western world or the medical doctors, how Vedas are like not something out of the blue, out of like nothing. So this is what we're trying to prove with Ayurveda. And the last part is archaeology, using archaeology to prove that humans did not come from monkeys. So basically, we're trying to prove Charles Darwin wrong, but trying to prove Charles Darwin wrong is like almost impossible, because Charles Darwin's theories are in nature everywhere. It's applying in nature everywhere. So telling that we're trying to prove him wrong would be like taking on the scientific community. So we're trying to go by baby steps. Like we're trying to say that we are using archaeology to prove that humans did not come from monkeys, at least, because we're taking Dr. Michael Kramer's work as reference. So these 2-3 studies, we try to brainstorm all the ideas we can get, and we're trying to write some articles, and we'll in time try to publish those also. So basically, the idea is to convince the scientific community that so that they also come into Krishna consciousness, and that would take the movement forward, the Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, that's all.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Chitra Devidasi. So like this, we have, around 23 people or 30 around now, they are working under these 3 scientists who are there, Chitra Devidasi and Sachi Devidasi and Sri Mukhi Devidasi. There are 3 scientists are there, and many people are working on different projects, in our online, everyone is online. So this is all online, from, I got all these people from Instagram, all the Scream audience, which we have, we have doctors in our, so many things, people from BTech, and so many people are there, scientific world, people who are into scientific science and all, so all these people are there, and they are doing various kind of, different activities. I think my video is stopped. I don't know. Thing happened. Okay. Yeah, no problem. So like that, we are doing this online preaching, and everyone, you just have to be online to get the audience. And there are a lot of thousands of people who are waiting for this. If you take that shloka, Manushram Sastresu, like Krishna says, out of many thousands, millions, few are there who are interested. So we are right now 8 billion people. So we calculated, so around 1 million people, you can say, they are already interested, they are already searching for this Vedic knowledge, some kind of spiritual knowledge about soul, about God, about, they're searching. Now we have to just target and find those people. And they are available online. Maximum people are available, because today everyone is available online. Everyone has a phone, especially in India. Everyone has a WhatsApp or a Instagram or a Facebook on his mobile. So we just have to reach to that people with the right content. Our posters, our videos.
Oh, it's on.
Mic is on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You asked a question? Hare Krishna, Gauranga Sundar, Prabhu.
Are we audible?
No.
I can't hear anything.
Can anyone
Usually
hear?
there's a yellow frame around it.
That's true. I think it's maybe on the bigger screen though.
Why is it now? Hare Krishna.
Is he even here still? Yeah, he is.
No, that's a different one. That's the co-host. I don't think he is.
Yash Patel says I can't hear him.
Yeah, Gauranga Sundar.
Off YouTube.
I hear anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, he left. They're cool.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's
exited.
there, co-host.
No, that's
That's-
a different.
that's-
That's in the store. That's the shop. But he was actually speaking from a different account. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a different one with a picture of the ISKCON flag up. Okay, so Gauranga Sundar isn't here to answer any questions. Perhaps he can rejoin, or maybe if I unmute the how do you vote? This is to the person running the ISKCON Inc. store account. Perhaps you can tell us where Gauranga Sundar is.
Haribol Prabhu, I'm talking to him. I think he's telling he got disconnected. He's trying to join again.
Oh, he's back again. He's back again. Yes, yes. He's here now. Please unmute yourself, Gauranga Sundar. Yeah.
Yeah, Haribol.
How do you vote, Prabhu?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know why it went off,
Sure, it's
something.
that's fine. Yeah, many of the devotees here had the reaction where we heard that one Mataji, she was saying that it is very difficult to defeat Darwin's theory. But like we know, we have heard Prabhupada speak against this many times, and I think he made good arguments against it. So it should be easy enough to look up in Prabhupada's work.
Yeah, it's Prabhu, it's easy for the people like youth, but to convince the scientist, you need to have more scientific evidence to prove that, So that is what she was saying, to have to convince them, not to the basic people, not to the normal people. Normally, Prabhupada's arguments are perfect, but to the scientific community, because she's the scientist. So her approach is towards the scientists to convince them. So for them, they require more evidence, to get convinced. And that is what our PIVS is working on, to get more evidence to provide to them. Yeah. So now, if anyone has any question, we can take the question right now. If you have any questions.
Yeah. Prabhupada did say many times. He said, he used the quote, it's very difficult to wake up someone who's pretending to be asleep. So, yeah, this is the way sometimes, but sometimes near impossible,
Yeah.
because if they're pretending. So you can do your best, but no amount of science.
Any questions, Prabhu? Anyone have any questions?
Anyone else got any questions here?
There was a question by Robin in the chat.
Oh, in the chat, Robin has asked one question in the chat.
Pardon?
Robin has asked one question in the chat, and Maitreya Rishi Das also has a question here for you.
Hare Krishna.
The chat.
Venkat said, "Oh, wait, what is this question?"
Up, to go up.
Okay. So we will deal with Robin's question first, as we brought it up.
Any question?
Yeah,
Right.
Here. Robin says, in my experience, it is mostly on the street distributing books that new devotees come. I've been in internet preaching for 10 years. If people Google ISKCON, they immediately see it as a cult. In the West, nobody wants to join a cult. Only Indians would be interested because they're already Krishna conscious. Do you have country statistics from your social media followers? Are they mainly Indian?
No, we have around 15% audience that is from US and America, US and Europe, American, 15% audience. So if we have around, you can say around, 50 million to 100 million reach, then, you can, out of the 10 million 10% are Indians. 10% are, what is Americans and Europeans.
Are these 15% Indians living in America? Because they could be.
No, they are not. They are Americans and Europeans only.
Oh, okay.
Because we get, what do you say, the messages and everything, the DMs, the direct messages from Instagram, Twitter, we get from them. So we know that these people are not Indians, they are Americans. Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of Indians in America, but I'm not talking of them. I'm talking of the white, the Americans the local Americans and the Europeans and the Germans and the, Russians and Japanese, these are the places from where we get a lot of audience.
Okay.
You said there were people in the UK,
Yeah.
white local UK people.
Sorry.
No, not ISKCON. Prabhuji, I am not.
No, I didn't say ISKCON.
I'm not reaching out to ISKCON devotees.
I didn't say ISKCON. I said white local people in UK.
Yeah, local people,
English people.
Yeah,
Okay.
local.
That's nice. Why don't you invite them to come to the Bliss Temple? We have a temple in London, local temple. His Grace Prabhu is giving productions there. We have kirtans, prasadam.
Prabhu, I am so much busy with this Indian people only that I have no time, for. That's why I'm inviting all of you all to just come and help, and you all can take the audience, because my focus right now is, getting what people I have to cultivate them and make them into, temple presidents and devotees, so that way I'm making. So my focus is not right now. I'm not focusing only on the Westerner right now. So they message me and I just don't answer them or ignore them like that, because my whole time is taken into these projects which I'm taking up.
So you, when the Western people message you, you don't reply them?
No, I don't reply them, or I just ignore them, nothing like, because right now I'm not reaching out to them. So maybe in the future when I reach out to them, I may start, Western preaching, something like that. But right now I'm not in that because right now my main focus is on the audience which I have got right now. I have this 150 coordinators with me, around 500 volunteers. We have this scientific project, we have the magazine, we have the store, we have so much preaching going on. So this whole takes up my time.
Yeah. If you have 500 people helping you, you can't, one of them cannot reply the few Western people?
No, Prabhu, to tackle them, you require, it's not easy for other people who have not, what do you say, spoken with the Westerners to deal with them. It's very difficult, very difficult it is, That's why I said, I require someone from the Western world who can come and help.
What do they message you, the Western people? Do you have any idea what they message you?
They message, that, how are you? And, I want to learn about God and how is Jesus is God. And, can you show me how Jesus is not God? And, how Krishna is God and all these things, they message. So
that's a lot. That's too much for you to answer because you're too busy. Yeah. So then why can't you just to the Bliss Center in London? We can answer these questions.
Sure. Now you have told me 100%, so we can be in touch, so I can, help,
that'd be great.
I don't know where to send them, so we can be in touch.
Wonderful. And we can talk. That'd be very nice. And you did mention that you like our preaching already. So
Pardon?
You mentioned already that you appreciated the preaching activities in London. So
no, for the next maybe 1 or 2 years, I will not get into Western preaching. So
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not asking you to get into it, but if you have people who already can assist me,
yeah, sure, yeah,
500 people, they can manage maybe you can assign one just to send them a link to our website or our Facebook page, because then you don't have to deal with the questions individually. They can send them to us. We can answer their questions. This is, I think, a good cooperation.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, great. So we can say,
maybe you can, I think we are in touch on Messenger. I think, I don't know.
I will. I don't know if I have you on Facebook. I will add you on Facebook.
I think you sent me one article also once.
Okay. So then I'll message you that.
You remember, you in Gauranga Sundar, you sent an article also. I told you, you wrote an article. And sent
yeah, for your Twitter. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, so we can be in touch, and people I have, I can just guide them to you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else?
All these comics that you make them from scratch, or devotees, they make these?
Yeah, from scratch, we have our, VFX animation experts are devotees only, they are devotee only, and they work whole month on different, figures and everything they make, and they paint it, and all these things they do.
Amazing. Who is the artist who made these,
I volunteer. When Mataji is there, yeah, it's our own volunteer. They make all these figures.
Wow.
These characters, they're making, So yeah. You saw the complete comic?
I saw it's very well. I mean, I saw what you were scrolling through. Very nicely done. Yeah, I couldn't believe that it was done from scratch.
Yeah, it's from scratch. We did everything from scratch. And now we are what we are working on is each canto. We are going to have this comic for each canto we'll make, because we are going to, we are going into Gurukul and everything. So for kids also we need the material. So our whole one team is working on those things only, by animation and graphics and all to explain to the kids. Very attractive for them.
Do you charge for the magazine?
Yeah, Prabhu, we charge. It's $1, maybe $1.50 or something. Whole year. It's a whole year subscription for $2.
Wow.
Yeah, it's we're very cheap. We are giving it.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
So anyone who want to get into this, they can message me. My number is there. Someone can put my WhatsApp number if you want. You can just WhatsApp me, so we can collaborate and start working together. Samar, Subha, you can write my WhatsApp number. 9 + 91 and 7727829797. You can message me. Prabhu, the opportunity is massive. I mean, even if you don't make everyone devotees, 10% or 1% also we get, we'll have massive devotees to be done. Yeah, this is my number. WhatsApp I'm available on WhatsApp. So
His Grace Prabhu would like to ask one question.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So first of all, this is a very nice service, especially
Prabhupada's mercy.
Yeah, sure, Prabhupada. He said that this is my disease. I always think big things.
Yeah.
So I can see also that you're also thinking very big.
Yeah.
Amazing things. Amazing. It's kind of like almost like I would say wild ideas.
Yeah. So that Prabhupada said, go for the rhino. So I'm going for the rhino.
Yes. And it's very impressive that you have organized with devotees simply through online to also work with you and make something very constructive. And I can see sort of see your vision to a certain extent, of course. So that is very nice, very impressive, and all glories for this.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Now, if I may just say from the West, because the Western preaching in India is a little different. Even Srila Prabhupada,
of course,
he said it's a little different. And if I may just express from my side, what I find difficult with the Indian devotees is that somehow I can't really relate to the mood. I understand Srila Prabhupada is our spiritual master and everything, but I can see that the Westerners, they're more attracted to the substance. Just like many of us, right? We have not joined the ISKCON, or we left the ISKCON, although ISKCON have wonderful temples, very impressive. And we're here in a small apartment well, it's not a small apartment now, but it used to be a small apartment. Now it's a little bigger. But comparatively speaking, it's still a very small preaching center. But all of us here, we discuss the philosophy. We're more attracted to the philosophy, and we don't really mind if there's not so much opulence or impressive things and so on. So on one hand, it's very impressive what you're doing,
On the other hand, I personally feel a little difficulty to relate to this kind of like very huge preaching, because in the Western countries, everything is like that, very huge and big and so on and so on. And I think most of the devotees, they're taking up Krishna consciousness because they're sick of it, sick of the big thing. Of course, it can be, if it's for Krishna, then it's very nice. But yeah, so what would you say to us, the Western devotees? How can we relate to it? Because even I would say ISKCON Bangalore also very impressive, big deity worship, big temples, and everything very big. But to me, I feel almost like overwhelmed. I feel intimidated. I feel like I can't really relate to such a big preaching. What would you say is the difficulty here?
Prabhu, in the West, only two things should be focused on, as per me, to attract Harinam Sankirtan and Prasadam distribution on massive scale, along with obviously Prabhupada books, So if we can focus on these two things, Harinam Sankirtan and, Prasadam with books and, then that will really, attract many people. That's what I feel. Prasadam with in these colleges around, where people love to eat. All these colleges go, where they like their hamburgers and their, normal stuff. So devotees can have their own sattvic food to attract them, give flyers or books of Prabhupada to them, and perform long, Harinam Sankirtan. So these are the two things that will attract many youth in America. In India, people like big things. They are attracted, like Prabhupada told, if I sit under a tree, no one will come to me. For India, because in America, Prabhupada sat under a tree and everyone came to him. But Prabhupada also says, if I sit just in another tree, no one will come to me. So that's for India, I suppose, because in India, people like this massive thing, massive preaching, massive thing, So that is how you attract people in India. But in America and all, I feel the Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution, and Prasadam. These three things, if we focus on, that will attract a lot of people.
My question. There's one on this page.
Yeah. Guruji is asking a bit more specifically. He feels that the Western people are generally attracted more to philosophy, because they, in the West, because of course, Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution, these are definitely really important, really quintessential for the Sankirtan movement. But that's also, you say big prasadam distribution, long Harinam, that's also big. What Guruji was asking is, how can we put the philosophy more? Because the Westerners are quite attractive.
No, that was not my question.
Sorry.
I asked how we can relate to the Indian bodies devotees. It's very difficult to find any common ground.
See, Prabhu, the problem everyone is facing around the world is the same, depression, stress, anxiety, and all these things. So, and we have the solution for all these things. So what I do is, I'm focusing on two kind of people, or through the internet, inquisitive and who are in distress, all these people who are in distress, they come with all the anxiety and all these things. Two people, I'm focusing, and obviously with who wants knowledge also. So these two people, if with this distressed people who are into intoxication, who are into stress, anxiety, we have the solution. Small solution we have to provide to them. Small clips, not big lectures will not attract, because like I told, the people's span of attention online is very less, 3 minutes. So in those 3 minutes, what we do is we make these small 2 minute, 1 minute clips, which have around millions of views. In those 2-3 minute clips, we give them the solution to their problems of stress, anxiety, depression, and all these things. And this is how people can relate to, I have this problem, I got this answer here, so let me try this thing, this solution. This is how, we are getting, we have a whole team who works on, this solution providing, from Prabhupada books, where these are the problems which people are facing, and we provide Prabhupada's solution to them. And it's a small 1 or 2 minutes clip. So, if you can try that on Facebook, we have this reels on Facebook. On that, you can provide the solutions, and you'll see the kind of, your views, it goes into thousands and thousands in that. Similarly, we have these views like, millions of views we have.
In my experience, in preaching, all our devotees, now we have 5 or 6 devotees living in a temple. All of them came from hearing the classes. And I give classes morning and evening. All of these devotees came because of the classes.
Yeah, bro, you have an advantage, right? Because you have a place there where people can come and speak, right? What I am doing is I don't call people to my place because we are still
No,
looking
no,
for a
no,
place.
no. I give classes online on Facebook.
Okay.
All the
Good.
devotees, they join us.
Yeah,
They were listening, watching on
Oh,
Facebook.
very nice, very nice.
Just like
But
here, my
I will
prayer
tell
Prabhu,
you, but what I
he
feel is,
also-
if you have these small clips also from your classes, make these small clips of 2 minutes. You have a team, you can tell them, and those clips post it, on the reels or like that, on Facebook reels. You will see many more people coming to you. Many more people.
I think there's a misunderstanding of my question. Maybe Prabhu, you can explain the question. I think there's a misunderstanding of my question.
I understood what you said. You said that, people, you talk of philosophy and everything and people come to you. But to get the attraction of the youth today, fast, not only, 4, 5, but into 20, 100, 200 people, you will require small clips because people watch these small clips. And one thing they click, they'll come to you. Okay, we want to know more about it. Then they want to know about philosophy. Like I also give lectures. If you see my lectures, around 250 people attend my lectures when I give on my app. And they all like, my 2 hours lecture on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these lectures I give, but those people, they come there being attracted by these clips. These clips are like the bridge, which get people attracted to come and hear the philosophy later. So, what I feel is, if you have these small clips, then more people will come. Maybe in 50, 100 people will get attracted and start coming to your classes and want to hear more about the philosophy from you, and then they can relate to you and then they want to serve with you. This is what I'm telling you.
My original question was, how can we, the Western devotees, relate better to the Indian body devotee? That was my original question.
Yeah.
I wasn't really discussing, the preaching and so on. That's a side point, and I agree with you. Short clips, of course. This is people, they don't have time, so on and so on. But that was not my question. Just so we have a clear communication. My question was, how can we, the Western devotees, relate better to the devotees from the East? I personally feel alienated.
Oh, yeah. So, see, bro, how I do it, you have to give time. Indian people are very sentimental and very, what do you say, they love a lot of, attention. So if you give them time, lot of time, to these people, like love, a lot of love and care to these people, you can catch their emotion, their heart from that, because they are not like, point to point. They are more, relation building. If you build a relationship with them, over a period of time, like I spend with my people whole day, I'm like, I have to give them, all even their silly questions, it's not like, I've seen the Western, if you have some silly question, they don't have to answer it. But with them, you have to answer even the silliest question. And the same question they ask 10 times, you have to answer 10 times. So you have to win their heart by care and love.
Okay.
Because they are sentimental people in India, especially. They are not, very, they don't talk straight, they have many things hidden in their heart. So to reach their heart, you require a lot of love and care. And when you give them love and care, then they open to you, and then they want to even be with you and serve you, and just they'll give the life to you, their life to you. This is how they are very, so this is what is required.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is very helpful. Very helpful. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
You can answer, all these people, who are there, I mean, I did not call many people because we had this discussion because of the trolls that are coming, so I said, better, you all Matajis, I told them not to come, because last time also this troll started some, pornography, something here. So I told them, otherwise, if you ask our, our students and all, the coordinator especially, the amount of time I give each person You know, it's like person to person relationship you have to maintain. And that is why, you know, like the Maitri Prabhu asked, you know, why you can't deal with the Westerner, because in India, we have to give so much personal time that energy, the time which I give them, it takes my whole time, you know. I'm like, you know, at 12 o'clock in the night also I'm answering them. And
Wow.
3 o'clock in the morning also I'm answering them. It's like that, you know, you have to have a lot of patience, a lot of love in your heart, a lot of compassion, and understanding them and taking care of them like a father. To be a father figure for them, you know, like everything, you know, because they come to you for even the smallest thing, they'll come to you. So that is what is, you know, India.
Oh, interesting.
And
Okay,
I find it difficult to deal with the Westerners because they have a very aloof nature, you know. So I really, you know, to deal with them, I'm finding it difficult.
Very, very interesting, Prabhu. Very interesting. This
Yeah.
explains many things, many things. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
I just want to say one more thing. You used to run this Prabhupadanuga blog, remember?
yeah, yeah.
That was amazing. That was really amazing, the way how you were uniting all the different Ritwik groups. I mean, that's how I get to know you the first time. I was doing
Yeah.
this little preaching, but you were very kind to include me on that blog. I was very, very encouraged by that.
Yeah.
And I could see that all the other Ritwik devotees, they were also getting enthused by it. I'm very sorry that you stopped doing it. Of course, you have your reasons for doing that. I mean, you went to other things, but it was very, very nice. Thank you for doing that. It was very nice.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. How is Dubak, Prabhu? How is like Makhanchur? How is he? Because he was with that time, you know, associated with a lot of you know, like.
Yeah, Makancha Prabhu is doing fine. He's married now. He's working in Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
But he's still doing lots of service for us, you know, in terms
Very
of
nice.
different, you know, design and things like that he can do from home. So, and he's supporting us financially. So
Very nice,
he's still in the line, but not directly on the preaching
Yeah.
front line. Yeah, but he's doing fine. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Prabhu. Anything else, or like we'll close the session?
Thank you very much, Gauranga Sundar Prabhu. I think there's no more questions in the chat. Yeah, and we can leave it that way.
Yeah, Prabhu. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Danvat pranam, Prabhu. Vansha kalpatu kripa sindhu bevacha. Namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.